Hey YouTube, Frogtoad here, and here is, we're in central Mississippi, out for a couple of days, and just pan around here a little bit. This part is a planted forest. They harvest these trees for pulp and whatnot, so it kind of looks like a Belgian forest when you walk through it. If I go on a little hike later, I may show you some of that. So that's kind of what it looks like in the area where I am, and right back here is pretty much the dense, never been messed with forest. And there's my little tent, little north face. It's a big fat frog. Yeah, I know, frog. Anyway, I really like it. I might do a full review on that at some point in time. And my sleeping bag, everything in there, everything I carried is in here. With the exception of, there's my little kitchen area with the pocket rocket and the GSI cookware. And then there's my Flash 18 that came in here wrapped around my sleeping bag, and now it's got all my hiking EDC, if you will, plus my food. And I will hang that, because while we're not a big bear area here, you know, we have raccoons and skunks and something even as small as a squirrel. If it wants your granola bar or whatever else you got in there, it could rip up a pack just trying to get to it. It may not hurt you, but it could take out a couple $100 worth of equipment. These tents aren't cheap, and you don't want some little gray squirrel putting a big hole in it just because you didn't get rid of your food. So I'm gonna make me some breakfast. Okay. Well, I'm not a real big eater out on the trail, so it's probably gonna be a little boring to some of you connoisseur types. Now you see why they call it a pocket rocket. It lets you know it's cooking. Now while that's cooking, I don't know if the camera can pick this up. Little black spots here. That's actually deer scat. I got visited last night. I guess either Mr. Deer was very comfortable being around here. He definitely was more comfortable when he left, or he was just telling me what he thought of my presence in his place. So while that's getting ready, I'll show you what I'm having for breakfast. It's one of the bowls. The kit that I've got here comes with two. Just some instant oatmeal. I don't even know if I'm staying in frame. I'm alone, so it's hard to see. I don't have a cameraman here, so this is just real inexpensive apples and cinnamon instant oatmeal. I have two of those. I hope that's in. You can see it's just dry oatmeal. And then this kit comes with two of these bowls and two of the lids. And the lids turn them into sippy cups. So my drink I'll put in this one. And all it's going to be this morning is some, again, really inexpensive instant hot cocoa. This is the stuff that mixes with water, obviously. And what I have here is one of these little County Com bottles, and it's got my instant coffee in it. And I've already checked it out. About a third of this makes a good cup of coffee for me. So this is my, this will be my breakfast here in a minute. It doesn't take that pocket rocket very long to do its thing. And while it is, I'll just talk at you a little bit and get my trash ready to go. And for those of you who may be new to camping, you got to treat your trash pretty much just like you treat your food as far as storing it. I carry a separate little plastic bag I got from Walmart or something like that. You know, I save them. And I'll put my trash in one of those and actually put it right back in the food bag. Because obviously we don't leave it behind. And if you don't take the time to bury it, the animals will come after your trash because of the smells just as fast as they'll come over after your food. So you got to try and keep that in mind. And we almost got a boil. I don't know how long was that. I've been blabbing at you for about 3 minutes, I guess. So little pocket rocket has got it boiling. We'll turn that down, or off actually. And first thing is just get some. God, I hope I'm in frame. Get some in the oatmeal, and it looks a lot like I'm putting too much water in there, but that oatmeal is going to go nuts. It's going to soak it up. And then I just have a little bit left over in case I need some more for the oatmeal. And then these kits come with the little folding sporks. Now some people like them, you know, some people hate them. Me, it works. This is just stirring up my drink. And of course spilling a little bit on myself. That's tasty. I like mixing the cocoa and the coffee because I like the flavor. It does give me a little more sugar for energy. And needless to say, the caffeine definitely does its thing. Then we'll put the cover on there. It kind of snaps on. Now one thing I didn't show you, maybe I can show it a little bit with this one, is these are actually 2 bowls, or cups, depending if you put the lid on them or not. The blue one here in the picture comes out of the gold one, and what's in between is a small, thin, almost like a wetsuit kind of neoprene. So that acts as an insulator to help keep your food hot or cold, depending on what you're working on. And it also means that I can hold that hot food just like that. Not worry about getting burned. Same with the coffee. Or in this case, my mixture of hot coffee and hot cocoa. Which I'm going to open back up now because my oatmeal looks really good. And just put the last bit of my water in my drink. Carry my water in. I'm not going to waste any. And I'm going to go have breakfast. And this is the view of the other way. There's the meadow, another meadow over there. It's just real, real pretty. Well, I'm at the other edge here. And you can see just some Mississippi woods. Kind of just looks like woods from this point of view, doesn't it? But watch this. Like I said, they harvest these trees. So if you come at them from just the right angle, you can see how they're all planted in rows. You can see, oh heck, probably 200 yards down each one of these trails, or these little rows in between the trees. And as you might imagine, you know, finding kindling, it's everywhere. I mean, there's one of the great places about going where there's no other people is you don't have to fight for your firewood. I brought my tools for making firewood if I had to. I've got the Saviver and my Cold Steel Recon Scout with me, but I'm not going to need it. Most of the stuff I can just break. Yeah, it's a little smokier because it's pine, but hey, I don't go for huge fires anyway. Just a nice small, I guess you call it a comfort fire. You can probably hear the cicadas. It's quiet. You hear the occasional airplane and maybe the occasional logging truck or a car. There's a rural highway about 3-4 miles to my west. Sometimes you'll hear cars out there, but I just wanted to show you this too. The floor of this place is just so soft. It is so soft that I knew about this, and I didn't even bother bringing the little air mattress that inflates inside of my sleeping bag. Once you clear the sticks out of the way, you end up with a good, 2.5 inches of pine needles and decomposing pine needles under them. It's great. It's like sleeping on a 4-inch mattress. It is comfortable. All right. I'm going to head back to camp and get ready to rack out. It's starting to get a little. It doesn't look on camera. It's a lot darker than it looks on camera.